Last night I dreamed that my younger brother and I were watching a YouTube video that was getting very, very popular. It was going viral. And the YouTube video was surveillance footage from a mall showing a fight between two customers. The surveillance footage shows the mall fountain that people typically throw coins into, and leaning over the railing, looking into the pond, is Roddy Piper, the deceased lead singer to the MC5, whom my dad used to know and talk to just about every weekend at this flea market, up until he suddenly died. But anyways, Roddy Piper is looking into the water of this mall fountain, and YouTube user Pizowell, walks up beside him, starts looking into the water too. You can see on the footage that he kind of looks over his shoulder at Rob, maybe says something to him. Yeah, I'll provide a link in the description of this video to Pizowell's channel. He does reviews of DVD and Blu-ray releases. He reviews motion pictures that are currently playing in theaters, ones that are direct-to-video. Every now and then he uploads a retrospective of a classic horror or science fiction film. He's an excellent YouTuber, and yeah, I'll provide a link to his channel in the description below, or an annotation here. Anyways, Pizowell stands beside Roddy Piper, says a thing or two to him. It doesn't appear to be anything nice. I mean, you can see Rob's noticeably agitated on the footage. Rob's dressed all in black, by the way. He's dressed all in black, and he's got, the big fro. If you haven't seen Roddy Piper performing the song Grande Days with the auto harp here on YouTube, you have to see it. It's one of those, like, it's one of the greatest videos ever to me. It's just one of these miracles of human behavior, and it's just, it's wonderful, and I love it, and I'll probably end up putting a link to that video in the description below as well. Anyways, Rob's getting really ticked off by whatever Pizowell's saying to him, and then eventually Pizowell, he just sucker punches Rob, throws a huge left hook that, knocks Rob down onto his back, and at this point the whole thing seems premeditated, because a couple of smaller guys who were like accomplices of Pizowell's, kind of come into frame to back him up. Rob gets up, and then he just windmills a big right hand that lands flush on Pizowell's jaw, but he doesn't go down. They're exchanging blows back and forth. This is like, a Roddy Piper, Keith David, They Live, like, just knock down, drag out, epic brawl, and it's just back and forth, and neither guy's gonna budge, and each guy's taking huge shots, but he's shaking it off, he's recovering, and he's trying to give back tenfold. And finally it gets to a point where Pizowell's two buddies, just have to hold Roddy Piper down on his back after he takes another huge shot. And you can tell it's just out of desperation. These guys, the two smaller guys, are just afraid one of these guys is going to kill the other. And I woke up briefly, and I fell back asleep, and I remember my cat was laying on my belly. That's Lyle, whom I have videos of on my other channel, Dr. Chalice. Fell asleep again for a little bit, and then the only dream I remember from that brief period of sleep must have been about an hour. I was about to become a contestant on a game show that was hosted by a professor, or somebody who was pretending to be a professor, somebody wearing a lab coat, and the rules of the game show were being explained to me. I think it was one of these Japanese game shows where you have to endure some form of torture in order to win. Well, it's Tuesday. Nothing remarkable about Tuesday. I always think of Raul Julia in Street Fighter the movie when I think of Tuesday.